Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Tama. So in this video I want to share with you guys about a Nigerian pastor abroad that got sentenced for stealing from his I'm going to put this in on mute. So I'm going to share with you guys this news is only a few days old of a Nigerian pastor that has been sentenced to 7 years for stealing from the church. If it's Nigeria, some people will think like, oh, he's a pastor, it's like they see church as a business, so they can do whatever they like with it. I'm talking about Nigeria. So something like that to show you how it's different abroad. Okay, let me read. It's a short read. Let me read it to you guys. So this one, it says, is Irish Mirror. this happened in Ireland. Okay, it says, ostracized former pastor jailed for almost 7 years for stealing more than 125,000 euros from Kildare-based church. The church, which has been based in Naas Enterprise Park, Naas, County Kildare, since 2015, is a branch of the Nigerian-based Redeemed Christian Church of God. Okay, picture of him right in the Irish Mirror. That's in there. Okay, it says, a former pastor who engaged in theft and fraud to steal more than 125,000 from his own Kildare-based church has been sentenced to 6.5 years in prison. Ebenezer Oduton, I hope I said his name right. Ebenezer Oduton, a former pastor of the City of David Church in Naas, County Kildare, was convicted of 85 charges of a range of theft and fraud offenses following a 3-week trial Naas Circuit Criminal Court last month. Oduton, 57, a married father of 4, pleaded his innocence in relation to a total of 54 separate charges, but admitted his guilt on 19 counts of theft, 5 counts of deception, and 9 charges of providing false information to the company's registration office midway through his trial. The naturalized Irish citizen who works as a taxi driver faced 73 separate counts of theft, 5 charges of deception, and 9 offenses in breach of company law following an investigation by the Corporate Enforcement Authority. As a pastor of the City of David Church, he had sole access and control of its account between 2012 and 2020. Sentencing Oduton on Friday, Judge Martina Baxter said the accused had engaged in a very prolonged, premeditated, and well-planned scheme. Says he knew exactly what he was doing, she remarked. The judge said it was clear that Oduton had sole responsibility for the church funds and bank accounts because he was held in such high regard by its members. She observed that it was unfortunate that there had been no financial controls of the church finances. This is common back home in Nigeria. Let's not forget that. He also used church funds, which was meant to help its parishioners for his wife's business and to buy personal health insurance. He was eventually using the church's funds as his own personal account, said Judge Baxter. The judge sentenced Oduton to 7 years in prison on the deception charges, 6.5 years for the theft convictions, and 3.5 years for providing false information to the CRO, that is a company registration office, the CRO, with all sentences to run concurrently. Long story short, he's being jailed for offenses that if he had committed them in Nigeria, he would not be jailed for them. When I speak, some people say, I have been called anti-Africa, anti-Nigeria, anti-Africa. So let me tell you guys, the more I do these things, the more I realize how or why some people that have privileges choose to enjoy their privileges and not speak about the problems in Nigeria. Because Nigerians are, not all, if you know what I mean, but if you see the way Nigerians behave, you see that Nigerians are, I'm sorry, but they are not worth you fighting for the country. They don't deserve you putting your energy or your efforts trying to speak up about things that are bad in the country, or things that we can improve on. When I see comments say that I am anti-Africa, do you know what anti means? To be anti-Africa. Because I come and I speak about things that need to be addressed. So speaking up against corruption, is anti-African. Speaking up against, areas in which our country is falling short is now called being anti-Nigeria, anti-Africa. And you wonder why some people focus on just enjoying their lives and their privileges and let the country be as it be. There are some of us that speak about the problems in Nigeria, not because it's affecting us. I don't live in Nigeria. I left Nigeria over 20 years ago. I don't live there. So if I come here and speak about NEPA, if you know what I mean by NEPA, electricity, I know they no longer call them NEPA. Am I speaking up? Am I saying it for my own benefit? I don't live in Nigeria. I visited Nigeria recently for the first time in 14 years. I live in a country where electricity never goes off, but I still come here to speak about our problems in Nigeria. And some people that are not even, I don't even know what to use to describe them. You call you anti-Africa. Or why are you always speaking about the bad things? How do you fix the country? I've given this example. You don't clean your house by cleaning the clean side. You clean the house by cleaning the dirty side. So when we come here and address the problems in the country, it's because we want the whole house to be clean, the whole country to be okay. And if you don't speak, that's the thing. If you don't speak, so people will be like, hey, well, you're discussing this and discussing that. So thing is happening in Nigeria. You're not talking about it. And then you talk about it. You see that you can't satisfy our people. Going back to this story, something like this, he is jailed. If it was to happen to in a country like Nigeria, for example, I believe some of them will sit up and be like, oh, wow, there are some things I actually can't do. Because let me tell you, 7 years is a long time. No matter the amount of money he enjoyed, this guy is a 58-year-old man. In 7 years, do you know what his age would be? He's almost 60. So let's say he's going to be 65. 65-year-old man by the time he comes back. Is the whole embezzling on all of these things he said he did, is it worth it then at the end of the day? Is it worth it? But the bottom line is that it is happening. He's arrested. He's being locked up because this is not Nigeria. If it happened in Nigeria, there's no way he's going to get locked up. And then how do you then fix the problems when some people are unquestionable? It's Nigeria that we say, touch not my anointed. Look now, anointed is going to jail. I'm not supposed to laugh because at the end of the day, it's sad. It's sad. A family man is going to be away for 6.5 years. Basically 7 years. It's not something good. But I'm laughing because of this, touch not my anointed. Thou shalt not judge. An ordinary human being, a judge in a court, has judged. When you say judge not, so that you shall not be judged. Hey, who are you to judge? Are you God? Leave judgment to God. Go to this judge now in a court of law that has judged this man and sentenced him. Go and tell her, because I think it's a female named Martina. Go and tell her to let God judge. Go and tell her to, what's it called now? Go and tell her not to judge so that she shall not be judged. Go and tell her, touch not my anointed. Go and tell her all of those things. Does it work? No. But in Nigeria, it would work. And unfortunately, that is why, unfortunately, in a lot of things in Nigeria, there's never going to be an improvement. And honestly, a lot of Nigerians deserve it. If you think about it, a lot of Nigerians, they deserve that. Because for those that speak up, what do they get? Is you are anti-Nigeria. Why are you always talking about the problems in Nigeria? I don't even want to go too long into it. Anyways, I wanted to share that with you guys. Do you agree with me that if it was in Nigeria, this man will not be in jail? Do you agree with me? Or are you one of those that believe that this judge should not have judged and that this judge should not have touched the anointed? Whatever your opinions are, please leave them in the comment section below. With that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.